Okay. Oof. This feels pretty bad. I believe that Jose is keeping his hand. And Jose, I think, yeah, so Jose is going to keep. And Yugo's having to shuffle a third time. So that means he's going to have to go down to 4 cards. This is either the second or third mulligan. He's either got to go down to 3 or 4 cards. 4 or 5, I'm sorry. Now, ironically, earlier in our interview, Jose said he fully expects to lose to Abzan Greasefang. It's, admittedly one of the much more powerful decks in the format. But it's also a deck that, I hate it when people say, this deck is the best thing to do. You just, once you play against that deck, you're dead. No, you're not dead. Like, for example, Yugo has had to mulligan down to 4 or 5, and and now with a Thought Seize, so he had to mulligan 3 times. Thought Seize turn 1. We're going to get rid of the Grizzly Salvage. That is gonna sort of be backbreaking to Jose. Or to Yugo, I'm sorry. Yeah, so especially with a deck that uses mainboard disruption, that's gonna be a rough time. Not gonna lie. So we're gonna have Jose at 16, Yugo at 18. Oh yeah. Seder Wayfinder. We're going to get Sky Sovereign and a number of other cards into our graveyard. Let's see. So Grizzly Salvage, dig in more into his graveyard. Now, with the Abzan Greasefang on the field, if Yugo gets that Abzan Greasefang out, it could be pretty problematic for Jose. Even though he's been able to disrupt his board pretty hard. Alright, so down to 17, Jose at 14. Jose's looking at his hand pretty intently, seeing what options he has. The thing about the funny thing about Abzan Greasefang is there is a level of inevitability that the deck does carry. So stomping Jose down to 14. After Blood Tide Harvester, we're going to play Abzan Greasefang. So ETB trigger, Parhelion is going to come in. The Parhelion will be swinging with the multiple angel tokens. That's pretty devastating blow. That puts Jose at 1. That is a vicious swing. Not even really sure what options that Jose has in the sideboard. All right. Yep. Scoops it up, reveals the land, scoops it up for game 2. Now, being that Jose outright admitted that Abzan Greasefang is a pretty nasty matchup, we then have to look into, okay, so you know you're against your worst matchup. What options of sideboard do you have? Like, the worst thing is that Yugo had a mulligan down to 4. 3 mulligans. And he still pitched everything like it is done. Like that, you want to talk about a heavy-handed deck. Abzan Greasefang, that is a heavy-handed deck. So, we're going to start looking at our sideboard. You know, again, I want to thank everyone for listening and joining in to this Summer Cup series. This will be the penultimate event for our Summer Cup series today. Any of our competitors who have competed through up until this point have access to use their invitational invite for other events throughout the season, throughout the year, not just this season. We have a number of friends who could not come today, who could not play. You know, one of our good friends, he's in Jersey right now. Shout out to Chirayu. But, you know, it's one of those things where we can just keep on continuing to play through the season. I spoke to Zach earlier, who is he's just a boss at, you know, trying to keep everything up and together and trying to help coordinate everything today. But yeah, so we have he's actually talking to everyone today about trying to start setting up an additional Summer Cup series, or not Summer Cup, a Winter Cup, I'm sorry, and try to get that started for everyone. So it's really cool. It's really cool, you know, what the community tries to, you know, put together for everyone, and keep the gathering alive for Magic. You know, unfortunately, with stuff like COVID and all these other problematic things in the world, it's really cool to just get to come out, you know, for a day, just play some games with each other and just, you know, have a good time. So we're on to game 2. Yugo is using his one pile shuffle, which I think is gonna really come in handy. Like for some decks, like mulliganing down to 4 feels really bad, right? Then after mulliganing down to 4, you then have an additional mulligan with, an additional removal with Thoughtseize. Like, so, okay, so I'm keeping this hand based off of 4 cards, and now I'm down to 3 cards. It feels really bad. And then a testament to the deck is the deck's like, oh, yeah, about that. I don't care. I'm still going to go off and swing like a champ and just obliterate people, which is really funny. So I'm guessing that Jose will be on the play. That would be my first guess. Trying to get some sweet, delicious shuffles in. Try to, like, I don't even know. Like, I would like straight wonder where Jose's headspace is. Like, you know, if I see my opponent mulligan down to 4, and then my turn 1, I thought seize him. I'm feeling good. Like I'm feeling great. But unfortunately, Abzan Greasefang just does not care. So we're going to do turn 1 thought seize. I mean, there's a can't stay away. We got a Boseiju. We got multiple concealed courtyard. Sorry, Witherbloom Command, Greasefang of Kiba Boss, Seder Wayfinder. I mean, this is like all of the things, right? So the other than already just immediately having cards you can pitch in your hand to the Greasefang. All right, so we're going to get rid of Greasefang, which feels like the best play. I feel like maybe he should have got rid of the Greasefang in game 1. Maybe that would have helped him. It seems a lot stronger than the average bear, obviously. So we're going to play Concerted Courtyard. So Blood Tithe Harvester for Jose. Blood token. Jose's going to play the Boseiju. Or Yugo's going to play the Boseiju. Sorry. I'm so used to Jose being at the bottom table because he was at the bottom table for the last 2 rounds, and then they decide to switch it up on me to, you know, give their friendly neighborhood broker a hard time. But I mean, that's all good. That's no worries. Doesn't bother me one fripple. So swing in. We have Jose down at 18 off of the Thoughtseize trigger. We have Yugo down to 17. We're going to tap 2 for Grizzly Salvage. Pitching Seder Wayfinder and a couple other cards. Unfortunately, they're concealed. You can't see them very well. We're going to tap a green off the Boseiju and a Concealed Courtyard to play another Seder Wayfinder. So we're going to just keep, I mean, that's what Yugo does. He just keeps digging and keeps digging. Unfortunately, Greasefang Akiba Boss just got put in the graveyard. I do want to check Witherbloom Command to see. Now, the cool thing is, off of the Witherbloom Command, the top mode, you can choose 2. So Witherbloom Command, black and a green for a sorcery, choose 2. Target player mills 3 cards and return a land card from your graveyard to your hand. Destroy target non-creature, non-land permanent with mana 2 or less. Target opponent loses 2 life, you gain 2 life, and target creature gets -3/-1 until end of turn. So I'm really wondering, with Can't Stay Away, it's just a super easy recursion point. So with the Can't Stay Away, it did force Yugo to play the Can't Stay Away. You return a creature card with converter value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield, and gets, if this creature dies, exiled instead. Now, the other thing is, even Can't Stay Away, when it goes in the graveyard, you can flashback it. You can flash it back. So if there's another Greasefang in the graveyard, you can flash back the Can't Stay Away and just get it back out on the playing field. That's why I'm saying the inevitability of this deck is so strong. Okay. So we're going to do Kolagon's Command. Destroy target artifact. And deal 2 damage to Yugo. Jose's checking out his hand. See what else he can play to. All right, we're gonna play a Bloodtide Harvester. See, we got, so we only have a Bloodtide Harvester on the side, so we're gonna swing from Jose, putting him down to 12. All right, so we go to Jose's turn. All he can do is really play another Bloodtithe Harvester. Go to Yugo. So as soon as Yugo swings, you're gonna get the combat trigger. We're gonna get another Parhelion, or an Asika's Chariot, or any other vicious thing that's gonna come into play. So I mean, Yugo's already like almost pre-tapping his mana at this point. So what are we gonna see, kids? We're gonna see Rafine's Informant playing from the revealed portion of his hand. Connive, we're gonna put Salvage into the graveyard, getting a counter, recovering the Sky Sovereign, swinging in. So that's going to put Jose down to 8. You go down to 12. So Abzan Greasefang is very potentially the matchup that will knock Jose off the table. So that's it. So we're going to go Chandra Torch of Defiance, dealing with Greasefang. Now, with 5 mana on the table, there. Oh, yep. All right. Exiled. Sweet. Yep, get that card exiled out of the graveyard. So now this means with that effect just on the field, Flashback Can't Stay Away isn't going to work now. So now Yugo's going to have to play to his outs. So we're going to do a Fracture, get rid of the Chandra Torch of Defiance. We're going to play another Greasefang. Invoke Despair, get rid of it again. All right, and now we're going to go to game 2. I'm sorry, game 3. Or no, is that? I believe that's game 2. I think that's it. I think Jose lost. You go 2-0.